Welcome back to the show, everyone. Well, my Democrats are out demonstrating. We're going to get some more information from Janine Lepowski and Ellen Feldman. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Yeah?
Indeed.
Let's get going with your first meeting.
Okay, well, first thing we'd like to talk about is our next meeting. It's our regular monthly meeting. It's Tuesday, the 19th of August at usual place, Clubhouse 2, 7 p.m.
Okay.
And we're going to have, in addition to our regular club business, we're going to have a speaker, Amy Stevens, who's a name that a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people have seen her work around here. Amy is she works for an organization now called the Indivisible CD40. She's a political organizer, a political activist, and she's been doing this really since she was a kid. What she does, Amy's an organizer. When we go to like political action, demonstrations, meetings, like there was a big town hall at Clubhouse 5 the other night with Representative Gabby Giffords. There's demonstrations. We have various demonstrations. We go, we know what time it is, we know where it is, we know what the general message is that the organizers want to put out. But somebody's got to organize all that. Right. And that's what Amy Stevens does. She works all over Orange County. I mean, she doesn't stop. She really doesn't. She has I think it's two weekly demonstrations going on, one at Irvine on Sundays and one at the office of our representative in Congress in their Mission Viejo office. Been there every week for quite a while because she hasn't come out and told us anything. So it's important right now because Democrats have no power in Washington. Our only power is to let people know that there are a group of people who are opposed to what's going on.
You're like, hey, don't forget about us.
No, that's right. Yeah. And there's at least there may not be a presidential candidate to look to or their program to look to, but there's people are coalesced around ideas. They don't like what's going on. And they want people to know there's a lot of us here. There's a lot of opposition to it. So I think it's really important right now, more important than if Democrats control the House, and they could mud wrestle there. Mm-hmm. This is a whole different situation, I do believe.
Yeah.
So, Janine, tell me about the 2026. Can't believe we're even saying that year already.
Yeah. Well, let me just throw something in to tag on to what Alan's talking about rallies. There is a rally this coming Saturday, and the theme is to stand up for Social Security benefits, and we paid into those benefits our entire working lives, and now that in the village, most of us are retired. A lot of us are retired, and we rely on getting those Social Security benefits. And so the theme of the rally is protect our checks, protect our Social Security benefits, and it's going to be at the corner of Valencia and El Toro, starting at 4 and continuing until 6, and that's coming this Saturday. So now, back to your question. Yeah, it's the primary season has already begun. We have 6 people who have declared themselves as candidates against in CD40 against Young Kim, the Republican, who always, despite what she says, votes for the Trump agenda. And she made us promises that she absolutely did not keep, and we are all very angry with her, and that's why there's so much energy to defeat her in the final election, in the general election next year. So we are going to be having all of those candidates for CD40 to come in and do a candidate forum. That's going to be in September, so we don't have the details out yet, but we do have the pictures of those people. I don't see it on the there they are, yeah. So these are all the candidates that are running for, the first 6 are running for CD40. The other 2 are running for our other district, the California Assembly District, which is District 72. So CD40 is Congress. AD 72 is California State Assembly, the equivalent of the House, but at the state level. So we're going to have all of those people with us on 2 different days. One day is going to be for CD40, and they will talk to us and answer questions from the audience and answer questions that we have given them, that we as a club have given them, so that people have a chance to know who they are and what they, how they differ, how they're the same, what their messages are, and make some good decisions. And then we're going to do the same for the people in AD 72 who are less known, because we've already had some of the CD40 people at our club meetings to give a brief introduction to themselves. So we have some idea of who they are. The people who are running the 2 candidates for AD 72, we don't know them that well. They haven't ever appeared at any of our meetings, and so this will be a really good opportunity for people to get to know those 2 candidates. Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to doing that. And if there's time, there's something I want to add about that, which is
sure.
One of the things that our club is able to do is to voice our views about which candidates we want to be nominated for each of these and endorsed by the county for each of these offices. So because our club has a large number of members, we have a large number of candidates who can go to what's called the pre-endorsement conference, which will take place sometime in the late fall, early winter, November, December timeframe. So some of us in the club are going to go and represent the club's views as to which candidates are the best. And if a single candidate gets more than, I think it's something like 60% of the vote, then they are automatically endorsed by our county, okay? And that the formal endorsement takes place at the California convention, okay? But we have a lot of influence because of our ability to do this pre-endorsement. We have a lot of influence on who gets nominated ultimately to run, to be endorsed in the primary election, and hopefully going on to the general election in November.
Could I say something about
sure,
that?
You wanted to add something, Alan?
Yeah, because I know it gets a little inside baseball-y to people, because there's like 100...
Well, it's fascinating to understand all the dynamics of politics,
understanding
right?
Stuff.
Because it's almost like you have to completely, peel back the layers and start at the base and then kind of work your way up, especially if you haven't really been involved in politics.
Right.
That's right. But this is real. This is, as Jean was saying, this really is important. This pre-endorsement. We call it the pre-endorsement conferences. Because this is really the clubs in Orange County, clubs throughout California, this is really where their power is. Clubs really don't have a whole lot of power. It's kind of a down from the top organization. The clubs supply the people, they supply they supply money, they supply enthusiasm, they supply a lot of things. But they don't have a lot of power except when it comes to endorsing candidates in their area. Mm-hmm. And then people have a tendency to pay attention. We have a large club, so we have a large amount of people, a large number of delegates at the pre-endorsement conference. So we like people to get interested in this. We really would. Mm-hmm. Not just people on the board or people who come to all the meetings all the time, which happens with almost all the clubs. But we'd like people who are maybe new to the situation to come on, and their opinion is worth as much as anybody else's. So we really like to get new people involved in this. It's really an important aspect of what we do.
Why do you think in politics the divide is so split and the pendulum swings so far one way or the other?
Well, that's the $64,000 question.
Isn't it?
But there are a lot of reasons for it. And my personal opinion is that people really don't have a lot of time to figure out what's going on and how things work, because everybody's busy working. Most families have 2 incomes, and so that means both parents are working, and everybody's trying to keep body and soul together, and there's just not a lot of time to sit back and read a newspaper and understand what's going on, or do online research and understand what's going on. That's my personal opinion. And there are other factors too that I'm sure everybody's heard about, the information bubbles and all of that. But I think the bottom line is people just don't have time, and people need that time. Again, my personal opinion.
I think it's
Well, with that,
I'm sorry.
Sorry
I
to-
think it's not only just the bubbles, but things come at us so fast.
they do.
And they come from
Speaking
all
at
over
us
the
so
world.
fast,
Time's up.
we're out of time.
We're out of time.
Hey, left us stay, but you gotta
Always a
go.
pleasure, you two. Always a pleasure. Good luck at your next meeting.
Well, thank you so much.
You've got
Thank
going
you.
Great to
forward.
see you. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
All right, folks, when we come back from the break, we'll take a look at the Monday night movie preview. So you have to stay with me.